Hey, Mikey here, coming to you live from my wood shop here on my Cusket channel. This video is the first of several parts that's going to cover the designing, building, spraying, and installing of a custom room divider I'm working on, which is going to have a double-sided fireplace out on one end, an entertainment center on one side for the husband, and a ton of storage on the other side for his wife. At the same time, I'm also building a Hutch insert for the same room. They had taken out a gas fireplace and they were going to sheetrock over the opening. And I said, nah, don't do that. Open it up to about 7 foot tall and I'll build you a beautiful hutch to go in there. They thought that was a great idea, so there you go. The slideshow you're seeing as I'm talking is just a bunch of pictures of, the actual work itself. And the video is going to start with me planing a bunch of boards about 7/8 thick. They're going to be 16 foot long, maybe a foot or so wide. That's the material that I'm going to use to make the frames for the cabinets, as well as all the moldings and the frames for the flat panel doors. By the way, I build all my own doors and run my own moldings. I don't outsource anything. Everything is made here in the shop. Anyway, after I'm done planing, I'll be working on the plywood for the cabinets, ripping it, cross-cutting it, and datoing it for the shelves. And I gotta apologize, I did lose the video footage of me putting the frames together. I don't know, I was so tired working through the night sometimes, I must have either lost it or deleted it, whatever. Anyway, hope you enjoy the series. I'll try to get another part up at least once a week, if not more. And so for now, just grab a cold one, sit back, and enjoy the show. Okay, you're going to notice in this video that I'm not wearing any hearing protection, eye protection, or a respirator. Despite the fact of what I am or am not doing, I do urge all of you to ensure that you always wear the proper safety gear. Alright? Don't do what I do. Do as I say, alright? Okay then. There you go. Okay, I've already ripped up all my stiles and rails for my frames. So what you see me doing here now on the sliding table saw is I'm cutting everything to exact length. Alright, so here you go. Okay, now that my frames are all done, I'm working on the boxes. You see me here running dados on the plywood. I let all my shelves and my partitions into the sides and the floors with a 3/4 inch dado that goes about 3/16 deep. here, I didn't want to go past this point here. This is actually sitting here like this. We got a partition sitting here and a shelf coming up to it. And I was dadoing out and I stopped it because I don't want to go past here, but because I stopped it, the diameter of the blade made this less shallow. It didn't cut it deep enough here. It came all the way here, 3/16 of an inch, and then it rounded out to nothing right here. So all I did was take a chisel and clean that out of there a little bit so that I could have just rounded the end of the shelf, but it's easier to square that off in there. So there you go. That's what I was doing with the chisel. Okay. You notice I'm dadoing out a groove for all the shelves, where all the shelves and partitions all. I let them into the sides and the floors and all. I don't like to just butt two pieces of wood together and put screws in them. I came up through the old way where everything is done with good joinery instead of just butting things. Like a lot of the guys today, a lot of shops are working with frameless cabinets. And what they're doing, they're using a CNC machine and edge banders, and they're chopping up all the parts for the cabinets, and then they're just butting them together, and they're either using glues, glued up dowels, or splines to align them. It's really not for strength, it's just to align them, and then they'll put screws in some cases, but it's not as strong as, in my book, as having a dado and letting the entire shelf or partition in 3/16 or 1/4 of an inch into the 3/4 plywood. We'll put glue on there and then we'll screw it on from the other side. And I just feel that's a lot stronger than just butting things together. All right, it takes a little more time. You see, obviously it takes a little bit of time to lay out where the dados go, but it does make it quicker to put things together because when I go to put it, they just drop in a groove. I don't have to measure where they're going to go or anything. Which, in the defense of the guys that use the CNC machines, that they drill all the dowels, they put the dowels in and they just snap together in the proper positions. But there's a merit to what they do. Yeah, maybe if I was 25, 30 years younger, well, no, not maybe. If I was 25 or 30 years younger, I would definitely be buying a CNC machine. A CNC would route these grooves just as easy, a lot quicker than what I'm doing on here. Although it would take time to program the router to do that, and when you're just doing one cabinet like this, it's quicker to just lay it out like I'm doing, run it on the table saw with a dado blade. It's quicker to do it than setting up the code and writing the code and putting it into the machine and loading it up and all that. But if you've got more than one cabinet to build, obviously the CNC has a great advantage over me for that, because you can come back next week, next year, 5 years from now, and just load the program up and start dadoing away, and you'll be exactly the same as what I'm doing right here. So what I'm doing right now is I'm transferring the dado, the location of the dado up onto here with two marks showing both sides of the dado, and I've got two lines on my fence here which are the width of the cut that's above the table. So when I push this through, I don't want to go all the way through. I want to stop at my dado, and by using the two marks on here and aligning them with the start and the stop position on here, I know where to stop it without going past the dado. I stop because I don't want this groove to show on this side. So now I've got to chisel that out and do another one. The reason I run it twice is these have a little bit of a bow to it, a couple of these sheets, and so it's not down tight on here. So the first time I run it through, every time I push and let loose to re-grip, it comes up a little bit. So by running it twice, I make sure that I got the full depth of the dado all the way down, not that I have these little ridges in there. Okay, that's the end of part one. I'll do some more editing in the next 3 or 4 days. I'll try to get another part up, part 2 up there before next weekend. And I hope you enjoy what you saw already. We'll start the assembly next week then. Thanks a lot for watching. Make sure you click thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Bye all.